Okay, so I'm about to do the tarot show. Right now I'm just sitting in front of my screen because this is what I do. I have the Keen.com account up there and live and ready. Let's just get it into focus. Okay, so now you should be able to see it. So that tells me the account number of or the account details of who's calling, so it'll have their name, their login name, so I'll get a feeling of who that person will be, their history with me, and the problem, and so on and so forth. That's the account page itself, and that's the chat window. In the bottom right hand corner of the screen, let's see if I can zoom in there for you, there's a little green rectangle square thing, and that's for live person, so I'm ready to take calls there. Now, this is where I'm sitting when I'm just doing my standard work. So I've got my telephone, my tarot cards ready and waiting. I've also got a minding machine and a compass. Got my cup of tea in the background there, a crystal ball in a bag. That's just my standard table setup, at least that's the way it is at the moment. Now, for actually doing the show, I just take my cards and I move right over to here, where I have a table which is covered in crap. Okay. So this is one of the reasons why I don't always show everyone the cards. My table is not actually normally as clean and good looking as this. This is like an exception, okay? And I just set the camera up there, pointing towards me here. I've got one light over there on attached to that stool, so I turn that around, plug it in over there, and then bam, that's that's one of my light sources. The other light source I've got is in the kitchen area over there, and as you can see that's pointing out towards the wall. I just set that upright and plug it in there, so I've got a spotlight on me when I'm doing filming of myself over there basically. Alright, so that's the way it is. Once I've actually done the tarot show and I've recorded it, all like 45 minutes worth of filming, that's when the chore begins, okay? Take the file, shove it straight into the computer, and it goes onto a location on the desktop. I will have to erase those, or shove them in a recycle bin, or shove them in a folder so I've got enough room. I put the original file there, then I have to convert it. Now the conversion process for a file of this size can be anything from 45 minutes to maybe 2 hours sometimes, okay? And then once I've done that, I've then got to go through the editing process using Windows Movie Maker at the moment because I have it, it's convenient, it's relatively reliable. So I just do it and hope for the best. But it's a bit of a strain on my computer. Now, my computer I've had for 3 to 4 years now. And realistically, it's coming to the end of its life. I'm soon going to have to replace it, which is a bastard. But never mind, it's done a lot of good work for me so far. So, use up all the system resources to actually render the file. When I'm rendering the file, I won't be on Keen.com or LivePerson. I will actually be just using a UK service, which means I don't have to have these, the web pages up and be working on the computer. I can let the computer get on with its stuff. I can just take my telephone and take my cards and sit over at that table and do the rest of my work there, okay? As you can see, there's my little grid tie inverter. None of the lights are shining on it. There's a reason for that, namely it is grey as sin outside. There's not quite enough ambient light to be able to make any electricity for me. So this is an on-grid day. It's not an off-grid or reduced grid dependence day, which is bad. Once I finally got the show properly rendered, it's then a question of uploading. And uploading, that can take some time as well, depending upon how much action and movement there is in the file, how long I've made the file for. Typically speaking, it can be done between 25 and 45 minutes. So we're still talking about quite a lengthy process to get the tarot show through to you as often as I can.